Here's something I heard recently that completely changed the way I think about distractions. Your distractions always require your focus. Think about that for a second. I tend to think of distractions as something that pulls my attention away from what I'm supposed to be doing, but every distraction is actually asking me to focus my attention somewhere else. This is supposed to be my day 4 overcoming procrastination journey update. And even though I didn't plan it like this, I got distracted. And I'm having to make this a combined day 4 and 5 update with when I'm actually, finishing this and getting it done. It happens, right? And the key is keep going. At least that's what I'm telling myself. But if you've been following along, day 2 was about overthinking and day 3 was about fear. And when I look at those two things in my own life, I can see how they play a hand in changing what I give my attention to, making it easier to get distracted from what I know I need to be doing. This being an example of that. I can have something I know I need to do, but because I'm overthinking it or I'm uncomfortable with it, suddenly something else gets my attention. And that's what made me start to think about distractions differently. Maybe distractions aren't just a question of what's taking up my time. Maybe it's a question of what I'm giving my attention to and what I'm choosing to focus on. I think that's worth paying attention to when dealing with procrastination. And if that's something that you're struggling with too, what am I giving my attention and focus to? That's where I think this gets really interesting. See, I know how easily I can drift out of focus, but I can't remember a time where there's been something of a situation where I've drifted into focus. Have you? Focus takes intention. You have to intentionally create space for that. So for me, distraction isn't just that I lose a few minutes, it's that I lose my focus. And then I feel like that plays into that procrastination piece eventually. The question then becomes, what am I actually going to do about it? So day 4, day 5, combined update. What I'm going to try to do, and the only thing you can really do is create that intentional space for attention and focus to happen. And I'm going to do that in the context of focused time blocks using the 5-minute rule. The biggest problem with procrastination from my experience isn't actually doing the thing, it's getting started. Because once you start, the momentum of taking that action and being consistent about it helps overcome the distractions. So instead of telling myself I need to focus on this for the next hour, I'm going to take the commitment and make it much smaller. I'm just going to give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes of intentional focus and intention. 5 minutes where my phone is somewhere else. 5 minutes where I don't worry about finishing. And all I do is just start. Because what if overcoming distraction isn't about becoming someone who never gets distracted, but about becoming more intentional about what we choose or what I choose to focus on and creating space for that. So as I end this, quick question, are you going to try this out with me? You're going to try that 5-minute rule with me? Give me feedback. As always, do you have any other strategies, book, podcast recommendation that's helped? Whatever it may be, let me know. I'm figuring this out as I go, and I'd love to learn from you as well.